Good evening, everyone, and welcome to our third Graduation Week episode of Girls Right Now Live. I'm Ariel Vinson, a mentor for Girls Right Now. For more than 20 years, Girls Right Now has been a leader in arts education as a nationally award-winning nonprofit and the first writing and mentoring organization for girls and gender nonconforming teens. We work to break down the barriers of gender, race, age, and poverty, elevating the voices of writers who are too often not heard, or worse, silenced. And we're able to do that because of your support. On behalf of the entire Girls Right Now community, thank you. As we all head into a summer unlike any we've had before, Girls Right Now is stepping up to ensure our future leaders are equipped with the confidence, communication skills, and creative outlet they'll need to navigate challenge and uncertainty. We'll be offering free, extended, and enhanced programming all summer to the teens who've been hit the hardest by the pandemic. All of your donations during this week's performances and for our graduation gala fundraiser tomorrow will directly support these efforts. I'll share more about that exciting event and its special guest a little later, but now let's get into tonight's performances. This mini episode is a love letter to beginnings and endings, to ourselves, and to the art of writing. In the form of memoir, poetry, fiction, and video work, these mentee performers will honor the burden and beauty that comes along with having a human heart. Each of tonight's mentees will also be introduced by their mentors, the professional writers and digital media makers, with whom they've been working one-to-one every week, even now, via social media apps, video chat, phone calls, and collaborative writing and editing sessions. And throughout the month, at Girls Right Now's multi-genre, multimedia group workshops and salons. I am thrilled to turn it over to the evening's Girls Right Now live performers. Give it a virtual hand.
Hi, I'm Donna Hill, and I'm the mentor for Lola Hart. And heartbreaking. This is my last year with Lola. We've been on this journey together for the past 2 years, and I have watched Lola bloom from a young woman trying to find her way in the world to a young woman who has found her voice and her purpose. In this time of traumatic uncertainty and turmoil, self-care is so very important to all of us. And in her piece, I Love You, Lola, it's a testament to the urgency of self-love. Congratulations, Lola. I love you.
I love you, Lola. I love the way you walk as if you're Beyonce. I love the way you coordinate your outfits. The way you tap your hand because your anxiety's acting up. That you are your own hairstylist. I love that you spark in conversations because you're nosy and not afraid to admit it. You hold back your laugh sometimes because you hate it, but I think it's beautiful. You hate how dark your eyes are, but I love it. From your five head to your small arched feet. I love you from head to toe. I remember for years things would get to you. You never took disrespect. You could fall out and argue with the whole entire world over people disrespecting you. Now, you're maturing. You still don't take disrespect, but you react to it in a civil manner. You barely fight and argue anymore, and I'm proud of you. You're really growing, and I see it. I promise to love you unconditionally, to try and protect you from people who are not good to you. I promise to spoil you, to take care of your mind, body, and soul. I promise to be there for you every step of the way. You are so beautiful, smart, and an extraordinary human being. I love you. You deserve so much more than you get, but better things are coming your way. Just hold on tight. You will be okay, Lola.
Hi everyone, my name is Angelica Puzio, and I'm so honored to introduce our next speaker, my mentee, Amina Castronovo. Amina is a playwright, a poet, an activist, and her recent op-ed on youth involvement in the climate strike was just published in her local newspaper. I'm so excited for you to hear her voice. Take it away, Amina.
Hello, my name is Amina Rosa Castronovo, and here's an excerpt from my piece called Every Shade of Blue. I only lied to you once. You looked me in the eyes from across the room and asked me if my favorite color was still blue. I told you no, that I had moved on. I'm vibrating a different color without you now. I pleaded with you to stop asking me if I ever loved the color blue. What are colors? Do I see them the same as you? I scream at you to stop asking so I can remind myself that I feel like a deep twilight around you. You are an old memory, skipping down the sidewalk to my house, reminding me of the whispering in my conscience that we met in another life. A life that left behind a residue of crushed soot on chimney brick, the thick dust staining my fingers with how my soul recalls kissing in the streets, speaking in poetry, and a dozen dainty, ultramarine roses every day. When our eyes meet, I wear you like a sapphire ring around my heart as you send electric blue currents into me, and the way you look at me when the world cries is as if you were seeing the color blue for the first time. Alas, colors are fading away. You are not blind or deaf to me. I know you see them vanishing too. Is it too late to say that the waves on your chromatic spectrum are the only hues my light can capture? This state of being commands me to sew your lapis heart onto my sleeve, because I know you will always be my coolest primary color. Embodying a royal blue wedding gown in a musty antique shop, but I won't breathe in this confining dress. I can't be until you come to me. Why must you swim away like a fish, yet be the king of the jungle? I don't expect you to be a fairy tale horse galloping into the teal sunset, or even Prince Charming, but now you have disguised yourself in the cloak of the unknown and offered me an icy blue apple. How did you know that even if love was labeled poison, I would drink it if it meant a breath of you? Taking a sip will force my poor heart to ache. So please don't leave quite yet. Now I know it's always been you. The world could be every shade of blue. Thank you.
Thank you for sharing that wonderful piece. And next up, I would like to introduce my mentee, Suhaila. Her accomplishments outweigh the words that I have prepared. She is a 2-time Gold Key recipient and a 1-time Silver Key recipient of the Scholastic Art and Writing Awards. She has also had photography exhibited through the Arts Connection program. On a more personal note, it has been my honor getting to know her as a young woman, astute in observation, quirky, constantly triumphing over adversity, talented, and always following through. Please enjoy the poem that she has prepared for this year's anthology. Thank you.
Thank you, Rhea, for introducing me. This poem is called Moment in History, a Favorite. Knee-deep, wading in the water, September 22nd, 2018. Do you remember? Laughter and cloudy bright blue skies, our wind-strewn hijabs matching the mess of our saltwater-soaked maxi dresses. It's bliss. Our faces are flushed with happiness, our bodies both cold and warm as the sunlight hits the water. Wet sand curling beneath our toes. You are a stranger to me. My friends decide to go farther. They scream as the waves push them back, and I topple. Do you remember how my hands dropped the bunched-up skirt as I fell? Whoa, I got you, you say, and I'm left, staggering onto you. Thank you.
Thank you to all of the writers who have shared their incredible voices tonight. My name is Caroline Sidney, and I'm honored to be introducing my brilliant mentee, Tatiana Mazidis. By realizing her wide range of talents to make art that resonates deeply, Tatiana is taking her place in history. I will miss her so very much next year, but know that I will continue to read her work for years to come. Here's Tatiana with her flash fiction, Crossing.
Thanks, Caroline. It's Sunday morning. The sun, lemon meringue, timidly creeps through the drawn curtains. The rays cross linen sheets and stretch like young branches over my face. If I still my breathing for a moment, I can hear him in the kitchen, turning pancakes over the stovetop. I can hear him running warm water for a shower. I wait for a voice to call me to attention, to rouse me from my stillness, to remind me to dress in my church clothes, to hustle me out the door. But it never comes. When I roll over, sounds are nothing, burnt sugar in the air is nothing. All I have is an empty space in the sheets next to me. The ice is milky outside, dripping softly onto my windowsill. I listen as the winter turns, knowing a part of me dies with it, dies with my marriage. An element that, with its passing, brings me spring. Maybe it's impossible. A futile wish. A violent prayer, a prayer shouted into the darkness until one's voice goes hoarse. There may never be an answer. There may never be a divine sign. Maybe the earth is meant to keep turning, the winds to keep changing, the tides to keep pulling in and out, the lights to blaze and die with the coming and going of the night, the believers to keep going to sleep, placated by the four walls of their orthodoxy. Let them rest. Perhaps it's better that way. Maybe someday, if I pray hard enough, we'll find home in the same places. Thank you.
Hey everyone, I'm Megan Foy, and this is my mentee of 3 years, Caitlin Yang. And Caitlin is a junior in high school. She's a lover of reading, writing, fencing, and STEM. And she's taking her place in history tonight by using her inquisitive mind and creative writing abilities to think critically about the use of technology in our daily lives and question its impact on human connection and emotion. Her piece doesn't necessarily force an answer, but expresses something incredibly insightful about the human condition. Thank you everyone for coming tonight.
Thank you, Meg. The title of my piece is Raspberry Heart. My heart hurts like it's being squeezed, I tell Lily. Like heartbreak? Symptoms of heartbreak are exhaustion and body pains. No, like something's grabbed it and pushed all the air out. Like loneliness? Symptoms of loneliness are sadness and feelings of isolation. No, like my heart's being strangled. Lily doesn't understand. Like most others, she doesn't have a heart. She has a central control system wired to handle her inputs and outputs. A central control system is cube-shaped and silver. I saw a few when I went to the hospital earlier today. They were laid out on a tray, all shiny and gleaming. One of those is going to be implanted into your brother today, the doctor said when he caught me staring. It's going to save him from relying on his heart. What do hearts look like? Nothing like these. They're bumpy and red, like a raspberry? I suppose. Horrid, aren't they? All sour and staining my fingers. Have you ever implanted a heart before? Oh no, child. Hearts are for removing. It's much too risky to rely on a heart. Skip a beat. I turned to Lily. Have you ever seen a heart? There was a picture of one on record in the laboratory, and I have seen models. Can you show me sometime? Certainly. Observation is crucial for understanding. But you are going to get your heart removed soon, aren't you? I guess. Would you like if I booked you an appointment? That's okay, I'll do it later. But why keep something that causes you so much pain? Skip a beat. Have you ever had a raspberry? No. They're sweet and tart. They are not a very efficient source of energy. And juice runs out when you squeeze them between your fingers. They're not a very reliable source of fuel. And you eat so many at a time that your fingers are still red even after you wash your hands. Skip a beat. Have you ever had a heart? I must have, some time ago. I guess I'm the only one left then. I am right here. The only one left with a heart. Most choose not to rely on a raspberry. I know, but I'm scared to live without one. It's much too risky to rely on a heart. But what if it's worth it? Skip a beat. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Tony Brannigan, and I'm so excited to introduce my mentee, Lily Sabella. What has always stood out to me about Lily's writing is not just her beautifully crafted sentences or her poetic word choice, but also how well she captures the universal feelings of grappling with your identity when you're a young woman. I'm lucky enough to read Lily's work every week, and I'm so proud that she gets to share it with all of you as well.
Thank you, Tony. This is my piece called Crescendo. My summer was like a Frank Ocean song. My days a testament to joy and staying alive. I spent some of my days in a class writing essays on the Vietnam War and analyzing coordinate planes. I calculated the hours left in the white margins of my notebook. I closed my eyes and saw orange, and I wasn't alone. I sat with them every day. We were a little lazy and excited. We were loud. I was 8 miles away and sleeping in until early noon. I stopped wearing bras, stopped eating dinner, stopped calling grandma on the phone. The girls taught me how to rotate my hips. The guys taught me how to rotate my tongue. He taught me how to navigate the bus from home to him. I was in another world, home between sidewalk cracks where the streetlights never turn on. At least in all of these little moments, summer never seemed to end. Talking to him every day was like a ballroom dance. He led me with his hand on my back and held me close. The world around us transformed into a symphony. Everything was brighter, louder. We reached our crescendo come July. The audience cheered us on through quick steps and twirls. Our friends teased us. I thought about you all the time, riding the bus home at 9, meeting new people, watching movies, and crossing state lines. But I was scared. I had never felt boy hands before, or breathed boy smell, or experienced boy humor. My world tilted on its axis because he liked me like that. You know, like that. But by September I had destroyed something beautiful because I didn't know who I was yet. I switched lanes and took the nearest exit. I can hardly blame myself for that, even though seeing your face leaves a twinge of regret like a bad taste on my tongue. I still wonder, have I even met myself yet? There's a new version of me knocking on the door and I'm not sure if I want to open up. The violins silenced and the audience left the show. But I choose to remember the good parts, and not leaving a boy behind because I wasn't ready. How it felt walking with you past that same diner each night. It was always late. I was limitless. I was safe. It's easier to be unafraid when the days are a little longer and the dark is a little warmer. Thank you for listening.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Caroline, and I'm honored to introduce my mentee, Jayla, a sophomore and Brooklyn native. This is our second year together for Girls Right Now. In that time, I've watched her grow into the confident, independent, and incisive young woman she is today. Jayla surprises and moves me with her ability to slip into specific thoughts and feelings, transcending her own experience even as she captures what is universally human. The poem she's about to read for you tonight, Morphine Wings, is no exception. Please enjoy.
Hi, my name is Jayla Greenberg, and I will be reading a poem titled Morphine Wings. It is about the dark side of love and all the feelings that come with it. With kind eyes so perfectly crystalline, you gave me wings drenched in morphine so that I wouldn't cry when you shot me down. I wouldn't feel concrete's soft embrace, only the warmth of a familiar place, one where you loved me too and could never hurt me. Despite broken bones and my blood-stained wings, I'm still above the clouds, still numb to my feelings of depression and obsession, no matter how you hurt me. Bury me with roses and a bittersweet memory, so I'll never forget what we used to be. A horrible mess, a disaster no less, an ugly truth we dressed as love. My paradise is dissolving, but my blood still runs warm. Hope peeking through pain, the rainbow after the storm. Faint but alive, I'll survive. Besides, I have myself and she loves me. Although we are done, the beauty of the end is not that it is over, but that you can try again. A fresh start, a recovering heart, my healing wings washed free of blood and morphine. Thank you.
My name is Anna J. Vuchuk, and I am the mentor of Isabel Sanderson. This year it has been such a treat to be Isabel's mentor. She is such a bright, inquisitive, and excitable young woman who always says yes to any creative challenge, even if at first she is daunted. She has wanted to try her hand at many genres and styles of writing, and the poem from which she will be reading an excerpt from today began with her own idea for a short essay about one young woman's experience of growing up, but only told through her sense of taste and smell. This was the one piece we worked on together most in depth. Isabel will always do one-word draft. Through our experiments with line breaks and word rhythms, the prose turned into poetry and into the final gorgeous and emotional piece of oral and tactile experience that she will read today. I am so proud of you, Isabel.
This is an excerpt from my poem, Encounters. Encounters. Putrid and sour, at first the taste of morning breath generously spread over and inside her mouth. The smell of vanilla shampoo, melting scalding water, slow and thick, hot air, nutmeg soap, apple rose body scrub, cinnamon body polisher, almond shaving cream, more vanilla, something chocolatey. A tinge of ginger hair, oil deliriously sweet, hairspray, saccharine hair, gel hands running through strands of hair so soft and so thin, running through fingers like water running through, over and over, cascading down pink freckles and pink acne, the dedicated movements of a dark mascara brush, and then the smell of rain. A cloud of vodka and urine, something sour, something savory, sticky, subway floor harsh, denim and canvas, blood, sweat, laundry detergent, Gatorade black tea, aftershave, burnt cheese and acidic tomatoes, gasoline, then again, the smell of rain. A whiff of coffee, of almond milk, oat milk, 2% milk, cinnamon dust, chocolate powder, lemon tea, green matcha, clotted cream, thick jam, baked fruit, and castor sugar. The smell of cologne. The jittering of legs, the fidgeting and scratchy pockets, blush spreads hot across freckled cheeks, one hand inching closer across a cool granite tabletop, desperate for first soft touch. Thank you so much for listening. I hope you enjoyed or related in some way.
Hello, everyone. My name is Ashley Kosa, and I'm so honored to introduce my mentee, Jayla Reed. Jayla is a poet in the truest form. Her words are honest, thought-provoking, and incredibly necessary. In the piece you'll be hearing today, Jayla talks beautifully about her natural hair, its strength, its meaning, and its glory. This piece resonated so deeply with me when I first heard it, and I can't wait for you to as well. I hope you enjoy it.
Thank you, Ashley. This piece is actually an ode to my natural hair, and it is all about the self-realization that I had came to about European beauty standards, as well as how to break away from them and not hold myself up to them. So this is a love letter to the natural kinky hair that grows on my head that with time I became very, very appreciative of. The goal is to touch a young girl like myself and to empower us and remind us that we are beautiful in our natural element. Thank you. Dedicated to my natural hair by Jayla Reed. I love you. Every kinky curl, the deep brown color, your style ability. So many people wish you're on their heads. Their wigs, weaves, and extensions that mimic your look. I am glad to be naturally born with you. I am so glad to be natural. I apologize for any time I tried to change you. No reason for you to be relaxed. You are perfect in your natural 4C state. You are strong and thick. Break homes and reject a boy from trying to run his fingers through you. You give me arm strength and teach me patience. Your shrinkage is a part of you, and I accept it. Ignore those who call you nappy, for they do not know what good hair is. They will admire, but they have no right to touch the art.
Wow. Let's have a big round of virtual applause for the amazing work we just witnessed. If you or anyone you know may be excited to get involved in the special writing community, our enrollment application deadline has just been extended to June 22nd, so get those applications in. Whether you apply to be a Girls Right Now mentor or mentee, you're signing on for a life-changing experience. I've had an incredible time as a mentor. My mentee, Mary, and I learn so much from each other every time we meet. We read together, we write together, we analyze meanings together, and sometimes we just chat about school or life during the pandemic, and there's a lot to talk about. It's been an amazing experience, and although I'm proud of her for graduating and heading off to college soon, I'm really sad to see her go into adulthood, and I'm going to miss this mentor-mentee relationship that we have built. You can find out more about our programs and apply at girlsrightnow.org/enroll. Before you sign off tonight, I encourage you to invite your friends and family to join you in tuning in to tomorrow night's graduation gala, hosted by the Girls Right Now Circle and our Agents of Change partners. It starts right here at 6 p.m., and I promise you, it's going to be the most inspiring and uplifting evening we all need right now. There will be a commencement speech by Tiari Jones and remarks from Roxanne Gay, Ruby Kaur, Rachel Cargill, Veronica Chambers, and so many more special guest authors to give our class of 2020 senior mentees the incredible send-off they deserve. And remember, all of the funds raised during graduation week at our graduation gala this Friday will support our summer programs. Every donation helps, and you can make your contribution at girlsrightnow.org/give. You can also join fellow champions and become a Girls Right Now Circle member so that the mentees you met tonight can continue to change the world one future leader at a time. Go to girlsrightnow.org/circle to learn more and join. Thank you for joining us and for your support, and see you tomorrow night at our graduation gala.